Mario Kart is perhaps one of the most beloved games of all time. No other game has been as accessible, as memorable, and dare I say it, as fast and furious. Mario Kart began its serial friendicide spree in 1992 with Super Mario Kart, and most recently in 2017 with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. One game in particular, Mario Kart Double Dash, is probably one of the most broken and non-functioning Mario Kart games ever made. This game doesn't work on all levels. It is fundamentally broken in its design and flaunts that in its complete disrespect to the player. First, let's get the minor issues out of the way. The element of randomness. While I appreciate Mario Kart's addition of randomness to make the game as accessible and fun as possible, it irks me to see such wishy-washy design on Nintendo's part. I would have liked to see either no randomness at all or a complete commitment to randomness. For example, if where the player's kart spawns at the start of the race, what lap they start on, who's in their kart, what their kart is, and the actual controls on the controller were all random, I think I would have appreciated Mario Kart much more, as it would be much more consistent all around. On to the major issues. To begin, we must first analyze the standard kart one might expect to find in Mario Kart Double Dash. To break the standard kart into its base components, we have the wheels, the chassis, the steering wheel, the bumper, the exhaust, and the handles. The handles were an addition to complement the dual-player mechanic that Double Dash peddled so heavily. The first player drives the kart, while the second player hangs off of the handles and takes care of items, taunting, and constantly asking for the auxiliary cord. While an interesting mechanic on paper, given certain additions to the player roster, one immediately realizes how the handlebars should vaporize in actuality. King Boo is the leader of the Boos and Ghosts, and the ruler of the paranormal dimension, as well as the archenemy of Luigi. The sharper among you may have noticed that King Boo is a ghost. Immediately, this pokes a hole in one of Double Dash's core mechanics, the handlebars. With intense physics calculations, I've devised a model to illustrate what exactly would happen if King Boo tried to grab onto one of these handles. As you can clearly see, it just doesn't work. Thanks to this handy speedometer in the bottom right corner of Mario Kart Double Dash, we also know that the average speed of a kart traveling at 150cc is around 58 miles per hour. Given the information we know about King Boo's weight, which is listed only as heavy, we can make a reasonable guess that King Boo weighs approximately heavy. When we calculate air resistance, we find that when traveling in a kart without a windshield, King Boo should be blown away from the kart by the air. A counter-argument that may initially seem valid is that since King Boo is a ghost, he can float on things. However, this argument fizzles when you consider the fact that you're wrong. To be honest, I just don't even want to argue this point anymore. It's such a no-brainer that I feel like it's not even worth my time talking about it at all. Mario Kart, the entire series, is certified actual garbage.